If I had to describe Shadow of the Erdtree in one phrase, it would be, what is this damage? This is a video about my goofy adventures in the Shadow Realm, where I did almost everything I wasn't supposed to. Oh, there's a new NPC. You know I killed Moog, right? Like, I killed Moog? Why doesn't she acknowledge the fact that I've killed Moog? Bro, do you know how much time it took me to cheese him? Obviously the DLC starts at the Cocoon, and not at a random statue in Lanedale like some other YouTuber wanted you to believe. Before we get into the stupid stuff, I just want to appreciate the fact that the game looks like just like it did in the trailers, because nowadays it's extremely rare to see that. And while I was exploring these enormous plains, I got attacked. Hey, yo, chill! Whoa! Why does it have so much health? Nah, bro, no way this is a regular enemy. If those are normal enemies, then I'm afraid to see the bosses. If you already tried defeating one of the new bosses, you know what I'm talking about. And if you didn't, I can assure you that I had the right to be scared. How do you dodge this? Now, of course, the first thing I've noticed was this big fire giant thing. We already have a boss that's called Fire Giant, so I guess this will be Fire Big Fire Blaze. The trailer showed that you're supposed to fight it on torrent, but who needs it anyway? You can easily dodge his attacks by simply jumping at the right moment. Although, if the fire guy decides to jump, it's over. Also, he has this grab attack that I had no idea how to dodge because it's super delayed. Fine, let's equip this. It should be better now. Oh, the fire barely tickles me now. But when the effect of the spell stops, it's pretty much over. To be honest, when fighting this man, I thought I was doing something really wrong here because he just had way too much health. But it turns out he can fall, which allows you to do big damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
And then of course, near the end of the fight, when the boss was almost dead, I got incinerated. Wait, what? Where's the... Oh, okay. This fire giant from Wish drops a furnace mask. This mask is apparently a crafting material. Yeah, I guess bosses now drop crafting materials for some reason. Okay, if the thing you craft with it doesn't deal insane damage or doesn't give you incredible buffs, then I have no idea what Miyazaki is cooking. Then I of course made sure to revisit the ruins and loot absolutely everything there. Now, just like in the base game, I was expecting there to be some sort of secret passage and a boss. Because of that, I have spent way too much time searching for something that doesn't even exist. How do you get up there? Is there anything over here? Right, that's like the 7th time I'm going through this passage. Eventually, I've concluded that there needs to be somewhere on top of that tower. What if I jump? Well, I'm definitely here. Although I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Well, I'm going up. Let's see if there's actually something up there. Bro, I can't get there. I need to double jump with Torrent. No! Bro, I fell off. Well, guess we can't get up there after all. A bit further you can see Nicholas Cross, which is the place where all his Sims reside. And here you can also find one of the new upgrade materials. Of course, I visited the wiki to get at least some info, but accidentally ended up reading an English essay about the usefulness of upgrades in video games. But it's an upgrade that upgrades stuff, and that's the only thing that counts. Then I had the choice of either going to the very obvious main path with a big castle, we've never seen this one before, or go through a random gate that leads God knows where. So I obviously chose the second option. There I found another cross and even more interesting NPCs.
Formerly in service to Lord.
What? Oh wait, no, never mind, he's friendly. I still want to kill him though. Now this Moog guy gives you a quest to find all the crosses and give him info about them. And since when did questlines in Souls-like start to make sense? I mean, I'm so used to doing random stuff without understanding anything that this is genuinely strange. Or maybe I got traumatized by Dark Souls. From here we can get access to Belurat, which is a destroyed and run down city filled with all sorts of insects that still somehow has tons of citizens. So it's basically New York. And it also has rat in the name, which further proves my point. Here you can also find the second upgrade material, which is a reverted spirit ash that makes your summon stronger. Belurat itself is a very interesting location. Doesn't look like someone's gonna jump me. Oh! What is this? Oh hell no, I'm not doing this. And of course, it has new and special loot, like this Mesmer Fire Grease, which is just like fire grease, but messy. I don't know, man. With new loot comes new enemies that are way too powerful. Bro, what is this? What is this? This is a normal enemy. He respawns. That's not a boss. This looks like a boss arena. Well, I guess there's no boss. Oh, maybe there is. This invader actually had some very goofy spells and weapons I really wanted to get. Oh! Bro, what is this moveset? I need this weapon now! For defeating him, you will get a talisman that's similar to the Taker's cameo, but instead of giving you health, it gives damage. Then after a bit of wandering around, I've came to this room. This is so obviously a trap. Oh wait, what? Oh, whoa, what the fuck? Here you can find the bone bow, which is just like a bow, but made from bones. Amazing, right? You will also run into these golden horn tenders, which are like golden pickled foul feet, but they are better. Probably. Then I met another one of those overpowered guardians and got access to the boss we've seen in the trailer. This boss is unlike anything I have ever seen before. He simultaneously uses all 4 elements, assuming that fire was replaced by lightning and water was below 0 degrees. And because my armor is only good against physical damage, I was getting destroyed. Furthermore, he likes to jump around so much that even Morgoth will be jealous. This is even more insane if you consider the fact that that's not a real line, it's just people who cosplay as him. And of course, on top of all that, we have the amazing camera during the fight just to make this fight even more annoying. Also, while you're watching me suffer, consider subscribing, because how the fuck— I know you're expecting an epic story about how I managed to learn this boss's moveset and find some cool strats to beat him. But I just summoned an NPC in my mimic, and we all simply ganged up on him and killed him. Yeah, that's it. There's no epic revelation. Because there's no way I'm learning how to dodge that. Wait, that's a remembrance boss? And also, for some reason, his helmet was just lying on the ground after killing him, which is weird to say the least. Now I could exchange the remembrance for something useful, but for some reason the game was showing me controller tips. What am I, some sort of peasant to play on those filthy controllers, huh? How dare you insult me like that? Although when looking back, I think I should have never seen the Remembrance Awards. Wait, so you're telling me all I get for defeating this monstrosity is either a talisman or an Ash of War? My disappointment is immeasurable.
And my day is ruined.
Also, when wandering around the place, I killed a random friendly NPC. And I really hope this will have no repercussions on future questlines. No, seriously, I have no clue why she's even here. Well, was here. Anyway, I finally started following the main path and got to Castle Anzis, where I obviously died. Why do I have to fight this boss again? I've already killed him. Oh wait, because if the entire game followed this logic, there would be no bosses to fight. Of course. In the castle, I found quite a few things, including a special message that I probably had to deliver to the Moog guy. There's a secret behind the waterfall. Of course there's a secret behind the waterfall. No original ideas. None. Speaking of having no original ideas, in the castle you will fight a Carrion Knight that will drop a sword that is suspiciously familiar to mine. It deals the same exact damage. It looks the exact same. The only thing that changes is the name. Oh wait, no, it has a different Ash of War. Let's see. Wow, that is so bad. Eventually, I found a boss arena, but let's talk about her later. And let's explore the new dungeons that were added with the DLC. So I decided to go back to the very first location, because there are quite a few things I have missed. Also, I wanted to say that the DLC has brought back this feeling of exploration, where you analyze the map to spot anything remotely close to a structure. And although the majority of those structures were just regular graves with a bunch of useless crafting materials, some were interesting. like this small mausoleum that's surrounded by those weird eye enemies. Also, there's just a boss here. No loot, no puzzles, just a boss right away. Despite the boss looking like a regular NPC, he had some cool looking weapons, like this medieval minigun or the Solitude Sword, which has a unique Ash of War. He also dropped the Solitude set, but I have the Bull Goat armor, so I don't care about it. While wandering around this location, I found another NPC that has another new weapon. Thankfully, they can't dodge Destined Death, so I easily got rid of him. The items he was using were the Beast Claws, which have a very cool moveset. And now that I think about it, I want to do an entire run only using this specific weapon type. But I'm pretty sure someone already did this. Named this NPC was a church with even more upgrade materials. I know that all of this can seem pretty lame, especially if you already looted all of these locations, so I'm going to show you something that you most likely missed. You see, if you go to the final site of Grace in the castle, then jump off to the balcony, you can get access to this tower. Damn, I feel so smart for discovering this. Although the loot over there is just a random Ash of War, but it's a new item, okay? Then if you go to the right from the entrance of the castle, you will see a lot of orcs fighting each other. But most importantly, a new structure added with the DLC, which is a ruined forge. Hit them where they're weakest. Wow, dude, that's such a helpful tip, never could have thought of that. Oh hell no. Then I, as always, failed stealth and realized that the only great way to deal damage to those forge enemies is to hit them in the back. Although the weak spot is really small and they always move around, which makes them really annoying to fight. And the worst part is that they don't even drop anything good. What's good, however, is the new cookbook you can find here alongside some gas stones that are used to craft special throwables. The main idea of these dungeons is that you can get a lot of crafting materials while getting bombarded by lava slimes or something. Eventually you will come to this lever that will lower the platform and allow you to get access to some loot. Yeah, that's it. There's no boss, there's no puzzle, it's just you go in a place, get loot, and then you leave. Amazing dungeon, 10 out of 10. In addition to the rare upgrade material, you also get a weapon, which has a special skill. Oh damn, alright, this is epic. We explored the dungeon that was to the right of the castle, so I decided to go to the left, to find something interesting there. And to be honest, I wish I've never found these catacombs. This dungeon is the embodiment of every annoying feature in all other catacombs. It has a ton of imps, confusing corridors, lots of traps, and an awful boss at the end. But let's cover everything in order. First, we have the new imps that shoot fireballs at a very fast rate. Seriously, these guys are no joke. There are also these new mages of sorts that can't even do anything. I've heard people say that this spell is actually really bad and that there are better alternatives, but it's not like I use magic anyway. There are also a lot of these falling spike traps, and I mean a lot of them. And the dungeon also contains those new soldier enemies. Aha! I knew there was an enemy, I knew it! I know your shit, Miyazaki, you can't trick me now! This time I was not getting ambushed. I mean, at this point pretty much everyone knows that if an enemy in any Souls-like is facing with his back towards you, is the equivalent of telling kids they're gonna get free candy if they go in a white van. Also, Elden Ring gave me PTSD and now I'm checking every single wall in every single dungeon so I don't miss any secrets. Fake wall, no, okay. Illusionary wall, no. The item those guards were protecting was a great ghost glovewort, and it's so strange that it's simply lying on the floor like that. Speaking of floors, there are quite a lot of them in this dungeon. I just kept going down somewhere, which was very unnerving. Bro, when does this dungeon end? But at least I found a new spell. Electric charge. I feel like this will be the worst spell in the entire game. I just know it. I just know it's gonna be bad. After 20 minutes of running around, I finally found the boss of this location. And to be honest, he's as bad as the entire dungeon. What is this? Malenia? He's healing. What? What in the actual balls is this boss? What is going on? What the fuck? So after a lot of Destined Death usage, I've defeated the boss. he dropped a Crimson Medallion, but most importantly his twin axes. Now the medallion is pretty straightforward, it's like the previous medallion, but it gives you like 50 more HP or something, I don't even know. But the weapon interested me the most, because after seeing all the stuff this boss can do, I was expecting to see an appropriate Ash of War. Okay, let's see the Ash of War. What? This is the only thing I get. This boss was doing so much stuff, and this is the only thing I can do. After this rather disappointing reward, I decided to go exploring. And after a bit of mountain on-climbing, I ran into an interesting jump pad. Oh, okay, I get it. So you need to break the stone shit so it unlocks the jump pad. That is such a cool mechanic, I already hate it. This jump pad eventually led me in Fortnite, where I found even more items whose purpose is still unknown to me, a flame protection talisman, and an extremely rare item. Restores all health, wow. I mean, I've actually wanted a consumable like that, but now I know I'll never use it. I'll just keep it for later, and later, and later, and when I'll kill every single boss, I'll be like, oh well, guess I'm not using it. Near this, a very powerful item was a battle between a dragon and some soldiers. This means that I can just watch them get slaughtered and then join the fight when the dragon is already damaged. And then die when the boss is 2 hits away from being defeated, as I always do. So I decided to skip the boss for now, I sure hope I don't forget about him, and go visit the nearby ruins. And those ruins are especially interesting because there's a big hole and I like holes, so let's go. The majority of the loot here was pretty bad, but the ruins gave me access to a village on the other side of the cliff, where I got invaded multiple times. Can you focus on the guy that's trying to kill you? What camera is this? Of course, there was some nice loot in the village, including new types of pots, which made me realize that all crafting recipes I collected were for pots. I guess Miyazaki really wants people to complete the DLC with only throwables. Now, at this point, we did a lot of exploration, but if you remember, I still didn't beat the boss in the castle, and there's a reason why. This boss is absolutely insane. First of all, skill issue magic user. Second, the moveset is abominable. I still have no clue how to dodge this without damage. To be honest, the only thing that actually helped me during this boss fight is that when you do a jump attack, your hitbox is lower, which means the boss can't hit you. And the worst part is that when I've actually started to understand this boss, and when to attack, I see this. You know what? This boss isn't actually that bad. Oh wait. What is this damage? Oh yeah, it turns out that the Bull Goat set doesn't have great magic resistance. Now here I could either equip the Golden Barrier like a normal person, or keep on trying and yeah, whatever, Golden Barrier it is then. But even that didn't help me, because right when the boss casts its magic attack, Golden Barrier stops working. Golden Barrier is over! No! Oh, and did I tell you that this boss has a second phase when her double blades activate and deal even more damage? So unfortunately, I had to resort to some illegal tactics. But even that didn't help, because the boss has a final move to completely decimate you. Oh, it's like Rani's full moon. Hey yo, what is this? What the fuck? And just to add insult to injury, my mimic killed the boss right after that. After a couple more failed attempts, I finally managed to beat the boss, who turned out to be a remembrance boss. But the funniest part is that even after I defeated her, Renala was still making my life hard. Okay, that's her swords, and this is the spell. 72 intelligence! Are you insane? After this bruh moment, I got access to another Michael's Cross, which had lots of NPCs that roasted me for some reason.
Presume us allies even now? Think not to hinder me upon my path, lest you too wish to face the reckoning.
At this point, I'm gonna end the first episode of this mini-series I've created. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see more of this, and I hopefully see you in the next video.